like Forrest do. Hip hop, you my bitch, and like a Ford, I'm exploring you. Some whack niggas be cool, with them I stay cordial. Flow at room temperature, cats is presumed miniature like golf. Soft like Tiger Woods. At real nigga angles I've stood with ways that's geometric. Don't need to rob banks with dyke bars to set it. I levitate to the occasion, lounge like a lyricist. Rhyme wise, you a rest haven. You sat by the door, spook like I was Wes Craven. You need to do more deleting and less saving. Appraising hell, raising heaven as the bill on my page 11. What you should've known from day one, you will on day 7.
Hungry hip hop junkie in the city. Hungry hip hop junkie in the city. Hungry hip hop junkie in the city.
Knocking at the door, somebody's ringing the bell. Someone's knocking at the door, somebody's ringing the bell. Do me a favor, open the door, and let me, oh child, let those beautiful people in. Someone's knocking at the door, somebody's ringing the bell.
Alright, those last two songs was Common, Be Hungry. And then we did We Don't Care by Kanye West. Early Kanye had the right idea. Probably won't be playing much of his new stuff, but it's complicated. Yeah, Billy Paul. Yeah, this Billy Paul is definitely underrated Philly soul sound.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, and all men are created equal and endowed by the Creator with certain inalienable rights. When these rights are destroyed over long periods of time, it is your duty to destroy or abolish that government. Holy William was my twin. Elijah and Malcolm, still our friends. Brother Martin, can't forget John, Bobby Megger, Louis Armstrong. Lord, now let the folks in. I wanna see my twin. Let the folks in. We gonna sit in my den.
All right, that's right, Philly.
But America is in a unique position. She's the only country in history in a position actually to become involved.
All right, thank you for that, John. I'm liking the setup for myself for quite a bit.
The way we're going to solve it, we got to unite. We got to work together in unity and harmony.
Holy William was my twin. Elijah and Malcolm, still our friends. Brother Martin, we can't forget John, Bobby Megger, Louis Armstrong. Right now, someone's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell and pushing hard. Somebody's ringing at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell and kicking hard. Do me a favor, open the door. Now let the folks in, let the folks in, let the folks in, let the folks in. Somebody better open the door. Somebody's ringing the bell. Somebody better open the door. Somebody's ringing the bell. Do me a favor, open up the door, open up the door. Let the sofa people roll.
Well, good for Kanye West. I'm glad he did that. Put his money where his mouth used to be. All right. For the radio listeners, that was Kanye funded a college for George Floyd's daughter. I'll probably be reading some of the chat stings for the people on the radio that aren't on Twitch. So.
Through the mountain of despair, with this faith, I will go out with you and transform dark yesterdays into bright tomorrows. With this faith, we will be able to achieve this new day, when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing with the Negroes in the spiritual hall. Free at last, thank God I am.
Somebody knocking at my door. Somebody's ringing my bell. Somebody's knocking at my door. Somebody's ringing my bell. Somebody do me the favor, give me the chance. And let the people walk in. I want to see the face, I want to see the face.
Some say the blacker the better, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh and the deeper the roots. I give a holler to my sisters on welfare. Tupac kids, if don't nobody else care. And I know they like to beat you down a lot. When you come around the block, brothers clown a lot. But please don't cry, dry your eyes, never let up. Forgive but don't forget, girl, keep your head up. And when he tells you you ain't nothing, don't believe him. And if you can't learn to love you, you should leave him. Cause sister, you don't need. And I ain't trying to gas you up.
Yeah, that last one was Billy Paul out of Philadelphia. Definitely one of the, again, I definitely say Philly soul is underrated, and definitely what he did for soul overall, particularly when it comes to like 60s protest music, it's definitely gets underrated. So go look up Billy Paul when you get a chance.
Be real to our women. And if we don't, we'll have a race of babies that will hate the ladies that make the babies. And since a man can't make one, he has no right to tell a woman when and where to create one. So will the real men get up? I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easy. Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Keep your head up. I remember Marvin Gaye used to sing to me. He had me feeling like black was the thing to be. And suddenly the ghetto didn't seem so tough. And though we had it rough, we always had enough. I huffed and puffed about my curfew and broke the rules. Ran with the local crew and had a smoke or two. I realized mama really paid the price. She nearly gave her life to raise me right. And all I had to give her was my pipe dream of how I rock the mic and make it to the right screen.
So obviously you've noticed some of this is not, if you had a particular time frame of protest in your mind, you should hopefully see the through line from there till today. So I think that'd be pretty obvious, but I'll try to concretely point it out whenever I can.
Said it ain't no hope for the youth, and the truth is it ain't no hope for the future. And then they wonder why we crazy. I blame my mother for turning my brother into a crack baby. We ain't meant to survive cause it's a setup, and even though you're fed up, you got to know.
Thank you, Taryn Bell. Yeah, Keep Your Head Up by Tupac.
To all the ladies having babies on their own, I know it's kinda rough and you're feeling all alone. Daddy's long gone and he left you by your lonesome. Thank the Lord for my kids, even if nobody else want them. Cause I think we can make it, in fact I'm sure. And if you fall, stand tall and come back for more. Cause ain't nothing worse than when your son wants to know why his daddy don't love him no more. You can't complain you was dealt this hell of a hand without a man feeling helpless. Because there's too many things for you to deal with. Dying inside, but outside you're looking fearless. While the tears is rolling down your cheek, you're steady hoping things don't all fall this week. Cause if it did, you couldn't take it. And don't blame me, I was given this world, I didn't make it. And now my son's getting older and older and cold from having the world on his shoulders. driving Benz. I'm still trying to hold on to surviving friends. And it's crazy, it seems they'll never let up. But please, you got to keep your head up.
What you like, what I like, why can't we both be right? Attacking, defending, until there's nothing left worth winning. Your pride and my pride, don't waste my time. And everyone is pleasing, I can't get no relief. Living on fire, the constant dedication, keeping the water and power on. There ain't no money left.
Let's see. All right, thank you, Susan. Appreciate it. Yeah, we need that mythical blues album by Brittany Howard.
Cold eyes upon me, they stare. People all around me, and they're all unfair. They don't seem to want me, but they won't admit I must be some kind of creature up here.
Thank you. She's slowly but surely knocking the rust off.
I'm afraid to come outside. Although I'm filled with love, I'm afraid they'll hurt my pride. So I play the part I feel they want of me, and I pull the shade so I don't see them seeing me. Having hard time in this crazy town. Having hard time this crazy town, having hard times. There's no love to be found. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In my party house, I feel like needing others. Familiar faces creep, race a brother. But to my surprise, I find a man.
See, I don't know if y'all want that every night. I don't know about that.
He wants to hold me up, having hard times in this crazy town, having hard times,
Probably just be me ranting against Candace Owens every night.
having hard times in this crazy town, having hard times. There's no love to
Check it out. 17 years and counting, or trying to climb up the rough side of the mountain. Friends warn me I'ma have to do it without them. No problem, really, it was never about them. So my house, I never come out from. Cause every day a drought, then a shadow of doubt come. I'm down to do whatever if it betters my outcome. The city's like the Autobahn ballroom, waiting on Malcolm. Cause people
Also, I realized the Twitch details on the screen for the live stream are a little off from the other night. So I'll try to update that during the stream when I can.
And I'm hoping to feel like something that's real, but it's no hope when you are but a spoke in the wheel, a brick in the wall, trying to find an opening still, having hard times trying to climb over the hill.
So many hard times, yeah, yeah. Sleeping on motel floors, yeah, yeah. Knocking on my brother's door, eating Spam, Oreos, drinking Thunderbird, baby. Yeah. In this crazy town, having hard times. There's no love to be found. Having hard times in this crazy town. Having hard times. There's no love to be found.
Yeah, there are plenty of weirdos to rant against every night. You're right.
Having hard times. There's no love to be found. Having hard times in this crazy town. Having hard times. There's no love to be found. Hey, hey, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. So many hard times, yeah, yeah. Sleeping on motel floors, yeah, yeah. Knocking on my brother's door, eating Spam and Oreos, drinking Thunderbird, baby. Yeah, I don't wanna do it no more. No, 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 no.
Got a new song and I want y'all to sing along. Sing along. See, this is the way that we walk on a sunny day when it's raining inside and you're all alone. All alone. Yeah, 'cause the whole world loves it when you don't get down. And the whole world loves it when you make that sound.
Oh man.
The whole world loves it when you're in the news. And the whole world loves it when you sing the blues. Take a little trip, hater, pack up your mind. Look forward, not behind, then you see what you find. I called a sucker dying cause he thought it could rhyme. Now if his mama is a quarter, daughter must be a dime. I got a meter. Don't take no shots, I don't use a reaper. Asian, I don't even play the radio neither. Only if I need to know the sports or the weather. I'm a cool type of brother, but yep, your head I separate from the neck. See, ain't nothing changed, hit the stage. Set a date, sucker, in battle we can engage. I'll slice you, wife you, marry you, divorce you, throw the Porsche at you. It's what I'm forced to do, with my back against the wall. Crack his back, y'all. No, it ain't went nowhere like heavy hair with style and gel in it. Throw a curl in it, dread that nappy shit up, throw a shell in it. Whatever floats your boat, I find your lost remote. And this is for the niggas working at the airport who got laid off. I take my shades off. If you look straight in my eyes, you still might see a disguise. Because the whole world loves it when you don't get down. And the whole
with the rhyme, I'm slick with the slime. My words are diamonds, dug out of mine. Spit them, polish, look how they shine. Glitter, glisten, gloss, floss. I catch a beat running like Randy Mouse. Ride that bitch off like a brand new house. I'm rolling my...
Alright, shout out to Killer Mike doing workout in Atlanta.
Get off, I rock you on broke like a Leah then talk. Back, forth, get that seller on.
He's been getting through the... Twitter's been kind of putting him through the ringer.
Roll, utterly rock with my mouth to the mic and my hand on my cock. Cadillac outcast just won't stop.
The whole world loves it when you don't get down.
But I appreciate him trying to be honest about the situation and doing what he can.
Make that sound. And the whole world loves it when you're in the news. And the whole world loves it when you sing the blues.
Turn on the TV and everything is looking dismal. Went in the bathroom and it's Captain Pepto-Bismol. Need it for my stomach cause my tummy kinda aches like a junkie going to draw fresh up off the plate.
The Commandership Cathartic Hour Rants and Jams. Bring your toast.
Even the black sold the face.
Man, that would be something.
Commercial rate. Hey, extreme prejudice, let's dismiss this. If you want to, you can dub it to your hit list. I know you're going to. We in this replenish your musical wish list. When it comes to this music, we stay relentless, pursuing all that's pursuable, doing God willing all things that are doable. The only liable limitation is yourself, Dre. Set it on the right and I'll set it on the left.
The whole world loves it when you don't get down. And the whole world loves it when you make that sound. And the whole world loves it when you're in the news. And the whole world loves it when you sing the blues.
Alright, so actually, let's go back for a second. We played Hard Times, so that's a cover that John Legend and the Roots did. Huey Lewis originally did that. Another great protest song. I think another one that should be highlighted a little bit more. But if you want to hear some modern remasters covers of it, the entire Wake Up album that the Roots and John Legend did in 2010, which was as you hear them talk about it, it was just excitement for hope and change that was happening after 2008 and after the election of Obama. I would be curious what they would say now, how they feel about progress, but that was the sentiment and the feeling behind that album. So that entire thing is bringing up some good Bill Withers songs, some Marvin Gaye songs. They get some Donny Hathaway in there as well. So if you haven't listened to that album, that's really good. I'm gonna play a couple from that, but you should listen to the entire thing. We're going a little bit different direction over here next, though, with a classic line that black folks love to repeat in sitcoms from the movie Color Purple. That might seem a little strange. I'll explain it more after the song. Oh, damn. All right, thank you, folks.
Hard times like bad trips like Nazareth. I'm fucked up, homie, you fucked up, but if God got us, then we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright.
when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Skimming, now let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. With pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. Now tell my mama I love her, but this what I like. Lord knows, 20 of them in my Chevy. Tell them all to come and get me, reaping everything I sow. So my karma come in heaven, no preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a motherfucking gangster in silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone great. Trying to side my face this all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po, wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright.
Does anybody know when this song was released?
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano, a guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog. Motherfucker, you can live at the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it. I know it's illegal. I don't think about it. I deposit every other zero. Thinking of
What, Kyle?
digging in my pocket, in a profit big enough to feed you every day. My logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I sequel. If I got it, then you know you got it. Heaven, I can reach you. Pet dog, my dog, that's all. Pick back and chat, I trap the bag for y'all.
Hi, Kyle.
Rest assured, my rights, my wrongs, I right till I'm right with God. When you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like where do we go? Nigga, and we hate po-po, wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
I keep my head up high, I cross my heart and hope to die. Loving me is complicated, too afraid of life changes. I'm alright in your favor, dark nights and my prayers.
I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in the hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy was all around me, so I went running for answers.
To Pimp a Butterfly came out in 2015, so only 5 years from that. So anytime someone says this is all an ancient history, I'm kind of like, I don't know what you're talking about. The phrase he started off with, all's my life I had to fight, from probably one of the most powerful scenes in that whole movie for A Color Purple, but it's definitely the line that we repeat over and over again. It's kind of like a very interesting rallying cry for like even though it can be said jokingly, it can be very very quick snapback to a moment in black culture. So we joke around with that phrase all the time, or the whole Harpo, I'll beat him dead before I let him touch me, beat me again. Yeah, there's a lot going on in that movie. Yeah, Steven. All right, this one to go a little bit lighter. Yeah, Steven, I was gonna say like, Color Purple ain't an easy one we want to jump up and watch, but if they ever already done Panther and Django Unchained, I wouldn't be surprised that'd be on the list. Yeah, Taryn, we had to go California to California. Yep.
She knows what to do with that government cheese. Government cheese.
Elspeth, disrespectful. Elspeth, what if we ain't even got a coast? All right, dang. All right, where's my South folks at? Where's my Southeast at? We're getting overran by the coasts in the Midwest. Hey, you know what, Johnny Yancey? I'll take it. All right, I see you, New York. We got a couple of government cheese stories. Yeah. I know he said government cheese. Anybody remember that government peanut butter? Because my grandmama on my Idella on my dad's side, she'd always have these cans of peanut butter. Yeah. It's like big ass white can. And yeah, you'd have to mix it. You have to mix it back up if that would work. If that would even work. Yeah, the crazy things that are still in recent memory, or ain't that far back. The pork in a can with a pig on the side. I didn't have that. It might have been because we had so many country folks that we would get pig from all over the place in Nashville. All right. Sorry if I messed up your speakers. There's a lot of bass on this one. You can go ahead and sort yourselves out.
We are amazed but not amused by all the things you say that you do. Though much concerned but not involved with decisions that are made by you. But we are sick and tired of hearing your song, telling how you are gonna change right from wrong. 'Cause if you really want to hear our views, you haven't done nothing.
Damn, if that's not a criticism of what's going on right now, I don't know what is.
It's not too cool to be ridiculed, but you brought this up on yourself. The world is tired of pacify. We want the truth and nothing else. Yeah. And we are sick and tired of hearing your song, telling how you are gonna change right from wrong. 'Cause if you really want to hear our views, you haven't done nothing. Jackson Boys are along when we say doo-doo-wop, yeah, doo-doo-wop, oh, 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 doo-doo-wop, doo-doo-wop, oh, 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 doo-doo-wop, doo-doo-wop. We would not care to wake up to the nightmare that's becoming real life. But when misled, who knows a person's mind can turn as cold as ice. Why do you keep on making us hear your song, telling us how you're changing right from wrong? 'Cause if you really wanna hear our views, you haven't done nothing. Yeah, nothing. Jackson Boys, you can say doo-doo-wop, doo-doo-wop, oh, doo-doo-wop, doo-doo-wop, sing it, dang it, doo-doo-wop, doo-doo-wop, doo-doo-wop. Come on, sing it loud for your people, saying doo-doo-wop, doo-doo-wop, stand up, be calm and say doo-doo-wop, go, 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 doo-doo-wop, oh, doo-doo-wop, time is truly wasted. There's no guarantee. Smile is in the making. We gotta fight the powers that be. Got so many voices saying all the same. Giving up all around me. Faces full of pain. I try to play my music, they say my music's too loud. I try talking about it, I got to be run around. And when I roll with the punches, I got knocked on the ground by all this bullshit going down. Hey, time is truly wasted. There's no guarantee. Smile is in the making. We gotta fight the powers that be. I don't understand that.
If you want to understand where the Afro-futuristic movement started at, it's just the funk during this time.
Red tape in the way. I could take to it easy.
Look at the stuff that George Clinton and all of them were creating, Bootsy and all the styles and the push they were making.
Satisfaction keeps me on the
but it was never divorced from what was happening to them at that time. That's a key thing to remember. Yep, that's definitely some White Lines precursors. Some of these bass lines will be the same things will be used right there. And there's a reason Ice Cube, NWA, Ice-T, and then we'll go back to these lines, right? And shit. My dad has been to Isley Brothers, George Clinton. He's been to all. You think about a funk great, he's been to all of them. And those shows were long. This is a 5 minute and 50 second cover, or sorry, 5 minute and 50 second song. But during a live show, this thing would go like 12 minutes. My dad would say, like, in 1 hour, they probably only get through like 5 or 6 songs. But didn't nobody care because you'd be in these instrumental stuff, just breaking it down in the crowd. Also, some of y'all and some of your friends need to go back and listen to this album, because y'all play Redbone on repeat and y'all ain't listening to Boogeyman. Like, the whole album's about police brutality. I don't care what you say. Like, you need to go back and re-listen to it. If you want to, start with this song and then go back and re-listen to the entire thing.
Every boy and girl all around the world knows my nigga's word. But if he's scared of me, how can we be free?
Yeah, let that line sink in for a little bit. Go re-listen to the album. We're gonna let that one fade. I'm gonna talk for a second. Yeah, I was like, when people said this is America's so revolutionary and amazing, I'm like, did y'all not listen to the last album? Did y'all not catch what he was laying down? Y'all tripping. And I don't have any hate against This Is America. He predicted quite a bit. But I'm just saying, like, when that song came out, and people were amazed that he was talking about police, and like, y'all didn't listen to "Waking My Love." Y'all didn't hear that the same way. Especially if you go listen to Boogeyman. So go listen to Boogeyman again when you're not on here. Go listen to the lyrics, then go back for that entire album. Riot's another good one. I might play it later, but that's another good one. So as much as people were like, "Oh, it's a Bootsy concept album," it's like you missed the point. It's like, go back. All right, we're gonna go to one of the late great Donny Hathaway. This is a live version of Voices Inside. It's a little bit long. I'll play as much of it as I can. Just kind of let us kind of chill a little bit. Oh, Donny.
Everything is everything, y'all. Feel like clapping your hands, tapping your feet, shouting. Go ahead.
This long live version is more about the feel than it is about the lyrics.
We're gonna break it down into 4 movements, y'all. First movement.
Dang, Negro, you gotta show up on time. Condo, I'm gonna blast you in front of everybody. I might throw a set list after this, maybe. harassment of cows really become a standard across the world and definitely on this channel.
Second movement, y'all. From Washington, D.C. on guitar. In my right corner, Mike Howard. You got it, Mike.
Didn't bit my sister now with Whitey on the moon. Her face and arms begin to swell, and Whitey's on the moon. I can't pay no doctor bills, but Whitey's on the moon. 10 years from now, I'll be paying still while Whitey's on the moon. You know the man that up my rent last night, Whitey's on the moon. No hot water, no toilets, no lights, but Whitey's on the moon. I wonder why he's upping me. Cause Whitey's on the moon? But I was already giving him like 50 a week and Whitey's on the moon. Taxes taking my whole damn check. The junk is making me a nervous wreck. The price of food is going up. And if all that crap wasn't enough, a rat didn't bit my sister Nell with Whitey on the moon. Her face and arms begin to swell, and Whitey's on the moon. Is all that money I made last year for Whitey on the moon? How come I ain't got no money here? Whitey on the moon. You know what? I just about had my fill of Whitey on the moon. Think I'll send these doctor bills. Mail special. Whitey on the moon.
White folks don't believe that shit, don't believe cops degrade. Oh, come on, those beatings, those people are resisting arrest. I'm tired of this harassment of police officers. Because the police live in your neighborhood, see? And you be knowing them as Officer Timpson.
Hello, Officer Timpson, going bowling tonight? Yes, nice Pinto you have.
Niggas don't know them like that. See, white folks get a ticket, they pull over.
Hey, officer, yes, glad to be of help. Here you go.
Nigga got to be talking about, I am reaching into my pocket for my license. Because I don't want to be no motherfucking accident. police degrade. I don't know. You know, it's often you wonder why a nigga don't go completely mad. You know, you do. You get your shit together. You work all week, right? And then you get dressed. You make, may say, cat make $125. We get $80 if he lucky. Right, and he go out, get clean, be driving with his old lady, going out to a club, and police pull over. Get out of the car, that was a robbery, a nigga look just like you. All right, put your hands up, take your pants down, spread your cheeks. Now, what nigga feel like having fun after that? Oh, let's just go home, baby. You go home, beat your kids and shit. You gonna take that shit out on somebody.
Jen said that was Richard Pryor. Dave Chappelle's got a skit. Chris Rock's got a skit. You name any major black comedian, they've probably got something similar to that. Not the worst double take to be confused with Richard Pryor. Not bad.
Say love lie and a lot of love, hanging on with a push and shove. Possession is the motivation. It's hanging up the goddamn nation. It looks like we always end up in a rut. Hey, trying to make it real compared to what? Trying to make it real compared to what?
Yeah, be careful because I might keep going to the well again. But honestly, I could just keep playing a bunch of root stuff and it'd be right in line.
It's killing hawks, twisted children, killing frogs, pull down rednecks, rolling logs, while tired old ladies are kissing dogs. Hate the human love, that stinking mud. Can't stand it, try to make it real. Hey, hey, compared to what? Oh, hey, trying to make it real. Yeah, compared to what?
Jim.
President,
I'll do what I want, Jan.
he's got his war. chicken feathers, all without one gut. Hey, hey, trying to make it real compared to what? Hey, trying to make it real compared to what? Yeah. Church on Sunday, sleeping dark, we're trying to duck the wrath of God.
Self-care Sunday. Oh my.
Of swift flight, he's trying to tell us what he thinks is right. It really got to be some kind of nut. Trying to make it real compared to what? Can't stand it. Trying to make it real. Compared to what? Hey, trying to make it real. Compared to what? Trying to make it real. Yeah. Compared to what? Yeah. Where's that bee? And where's that honey? Where's my garden? Where's my money?
Who can understand how man has to whatever he can get me? Baba don't take no mess. No, I don't take no mess. Now Papa might grin, drank a little taste of gin, bet his last 10 on a little game of skin. Hit man. Papa don't take no mess. Papa don't take no mess. Papa don't take no mess. Hey. Papa digs a chick if she look real slick. Ow! Papa rap is very quick. He definitely ain't no trick. Oh yeah! Papa don't take no mess. Papa don't take no mess. Wait a minute. Look at you. Papa, don't take Papa light. 'Cause when Pop gets uptight, he knows he's right.
Roy Wood Jr.'s got a really good skit about living in America. James Brown's song from Rocky IV.
Papa don't take no mess. Papa don't take no mess.
He's like, this is why black folks can't be happy about the national anthem.
Oh yeah!
We got to come up with anthems on our own. Like the Black National Anthem. Anything by Frankie Beverly and the Maze. Top 5 cookout songs.
Papa didn't cuss. He didn't raise a whole lot of fuss. But when we did wrong, Papa beat the hell out of us.
Also, his skit about the a white person in the Black History Museum is hilarious. Oldie but a goodie, Sarah, by a group called the Undisputed Truth. And the title's self-explanatory. Susan, will you send that to me so it doesn't, so I don't lose it in the thread? Was it? It's good to be free. Yeah, it sounds very similar. Got a similar idea from Sunhouse. Yeah.
Vocal Group Hall of Fame class of 2004. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the OJs! Woo! Ready? Walter! Come on! Here they come! Sexy! Sexy!
Woo! How y'all doing, huh? Put them hands together. Come on. Y'all feel it, right? Come on. wanna take your place, the backstabbers. They smiling in your face all the time. Wanna take your place, the backstabbers. Listen, all you fellas who have some more and you really care, yeah, yeah.
You fellas who better beware, yeah, yeah.
Somebody's out to get your lady. A few of your buddies, they sure look jaded.
Blaze along, what's hiding their midst ain't as straight as your back, and I don't think they'll miss
What they do, they smile in your face all the time. Wanna take your place, the backstabbers. I keep getting all these visits from my friends, yeah. What they doing to me?
They come to my house again and again and again and again, yeah.
So are they there to steal my woman? I don't even be gone, but they just keep on coming.
What can I do? Get on the right track. Wish they'd take some of these knives off my back.
What they do, they smile in your face all the time. Wanna take your place, the backstabbers. Listen, my heart. Low down, dirty. Y'all, let me hear you. Let me hear you. What they do, they smile in your face. Smiling faces, smiling faces. Sometimes.
U-N-I-T-Y, that's a unity. U-N-I-T-Y. Love a black man from infinity to infinity.
Who you calling the
U-N-I-T-Y.
police?
You gotta let 'em know. U-N-I-T-Y, that's a
Come on, here we go.
U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. Love a black woman
You
from
ain't no
infinity
bitch,
to
you're a hoe.
infinity.
Here we go.
U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. U-N-I-T-Y, that's a
Come on,
unity.
here we go.
U-N-I-T-Y.
You gotta let 'em know. You ain't no bitch, you're a hoe.
Instinct leads me to another flow. Every time I hear a brother call a girl up, it's you're a hoe. Trying to make a sister feel low. You know all of that gots to go. Now everybody knows there's exceptions to this rule. I don't be getting mad when we playing, it's cool. But don't you be calling me out my name. I bring rap to those who disrespect me like a dame. That's why I'm talking. One day I was walking down the block, I had my cut off shorts on right, cause it was crazy hot. I walked past these dudes when they passed me. One of them felt my booty, he was nasty. I turned around red, somebody was catching a rat. Then the little one said, and laughed. Since he was with his boys, he tried to break fly. I punched him dead in his eyes. Said,
Who you calling the police?
U-N-I-T-Y.
Jan, I ain't had a bucket hat in a long time. If you send it, I'll wear it.
Give you an attitude and you erupt and take it out on me, but that's about enough. You put your hands on me again, I put your handcuffs. I guess I fell so deep in love.
Yeah, Zach, I think the other thing too is that her TV career took off in the 90s, like with Living Single, and then was it Set It Off? I'm trying to think of another movie she did during that time.
Me getting beat down by daddy smacking mommy all around. You say I'm nothing without you, but I'm nothing with you. A man don't really love you if he hits you. This is my notice to the zoo. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not your personal whore. That's not what I'm here for. Ain't nothing good gon' come to you till you do right by me. Brother, you wait and sit in the place. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's a unity. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. You ain't a bitch, you're a hoe. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. U-N-I-T-Y. That's a unity. Here we go. U-N-I-T-Y. You gotta let 'em know. You ain't a bitch, you're a hoe. What's going on in your mind is what I ask you. But like yo, you don't hear me though. You wear a rag around.
No, there's not a single photo that exists of me in a bucket hat. Nope.
I saw you wildin', acting like a fool. I peeped you out the window, jumping girls after school. But where did all of this come from? A minute ago, you wasn't heard and nobody ever heard of you. Now you a wannabe hard. You barely know your ABCs. Please, there's plenty of people out there with triggers ready to pull it while you trying to jump in front of the bull. full of young lady. And real bad girls are the silent type. Ain't none of this worth getting your face sliced. Cause that's what happened to your homegirl Ryan when she got to wear that for life. Who you calling the police?
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. Stand clear. Done, man, attack. You can't stand where I stand.
Chris 1. KRS 1.
We run New York. Policeman come. We bust him out the park. I know this for a fact. You don't like how I act. You claim I'm selling crack. Well, you be doing that. I'd rather say see ya, cause I would never be ya. Be your officer, you wicked overseer.
Jan, I'm not wearing a velour tracksuit. Not gonna happen.
Respect, change your behavior, change your attitude, change your plan. There can never really be justice on stolen land. Are you really for peace and equality? Or when my car's hooked up, you know you wanna follow me. Your laws are minimal, cause you won't even think about looking at the real criminal. This has got to cease, cause we be getting hyped to the sound of the police. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. There's a little truth. Open up your eye while you're checking out the boombox. Check the exercise. Take the word overseer like a sample. Repeat it very quickly in a crude boy example. Overseer, 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 officer, 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 officer. Yeah, officer from overseer. You need a little clarity? Check the similarity. The overseer rode around the plantation. The officer is on patrol in our nation. The overseer could stop you what you're doing. The officer will pull you over just when he's pursuing. The overseer had the right to get ill. And if you fought back, the overseer had the right to kill. The officer has the right to arrest. And if you fight back, they put a hole in your chest. They both ride horses. After 400 years, I got no choices. The police, them have a little gun. So when I'm on the streets, I walk around with a bigger one. I hear it all day, just so they can run the light and be upon their way. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I'm down for us contacting Queen Latifah. Sounds amazing.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. Check out the message in a rough styling. The real criminal are the COP. You check for undercover and they want DG. But just cause me a black man, they want check me. Them check out me dark or it shine like the sun. But them jealous of them vex, got them can't afford one. Black people still slaves up to today. But the black police officer, let's see it that way. He want him salary, he want it, so it put on a badge and kill people for it. My grandfather had to deal with the cops. My great-grandfather dealt with the cops. My great-grandfather had to deal with the cops. And then my great-great-great-great, when it's gonna stop? That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We don't believe you, cause we the people are still here in the rear, yo, we don't need you. You
way to kill it off, good young nigga move. When we get hungry, we eat the same fucking food. The ramen noodle. This simple voodoo is so maniacal, reliable to pull a juju. The irony is that this bad bitch in my lap, she don't love me, she make money, she don't study that. She gon' give it to me, ain't gon' tell me none of that. She gon' take the brain away the plane, she spit on that. Put those and signs with, don't try to rhyme with. VH1 has a show that you can waste your time with. Guilty pleasure take the edge off reality and for a salary.
That's right, Jen. More people need to go and listen to this.
The IRS piranha see a nigga getting common. Niggas in the hood living in a fishbowl. Gentrify here, now it's not a shithole. Trendsetter, I know, my shit's cold.
Also, I'm glad there's a lot of folks that have love for Tribe Called Quest now, but
You must go. All you Mexicans, you must go.
but this whole it's this late love that came out.
Muslims and gays, boy, we hate your ways. So all you bad folks, you must go.
The fog and the smog of the media that logs false narratives of guys that came up against the odds. We not just nigga rappers with the bars. It's kismet that we cosmic with the stars. You bastards overlooking street art, better yet street smart, but you keep us off the chart. Some of the fuck your numbers and your statisticians. Fuck you know about true competition. Just like the AO picture on there talking about he hitting. The only one who's hitting are the ones that's currently spitting. We got your Missy smitten, rubbing on a little kitten, dreaming of a world that's equal for women with no division. Boy, I tell you that's vision. Like Tony Romo when he hitting witten. The tribe be the best in 8 division. Shaheed Muhammad cut it with precision. Who can come back years later, still hit the shot? Still I'm trying to move you off the fucking block. Babylon blood clot. Troop on your head top.
All you black folks, you must go. All you Mexicans, you must go. And all of you poor folks, you must go. Muslims and gays, boy, we hate your ways. So all you bad folks, you must go.
Yeah, last lines on that one's a little thought provoking. If they're taking on the hat of the American people air with those lyrics. All right, rant number 1 for the night, because I swear to God, if y'all keep sharing Candace Owens, I know people in this probably listening to me aren't doing this, but tell your friends. Candace Owens is not representative of black folk. She's a grifter. You can go check out cracked.com or Some News YouTube channel. They do a great breakdown of how she used to be pretty outspoken for black folks, and then money wasn't coming in for that, so she changed her tune. So I don't believe a thing that comes out of her mouth, but that recent George Floyd video that she came out with is I understand we pick on our conservative black nieces and nephews and cousins. Like, that's a thing that we do. Like, if you've seen the Dave Chappelle racial draft skit where we like pretend give away Condoleezza Rice and Colin Powell, that's funny. That's a joke, but that's not a real like hate for them. They just have some differences of opinion. Candace Owens is a whole different conversation. I ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time on that. Y'all have seen my Facebook pages. You see how I feel about it. So anything that comes out of her mouth, it's like she's a grifter. It's like I don't care about viewpoint or anything like that. You need to stop being a grifter first, and then we can have a conversation. So let me actually understand what you really believe. Yep, she's on PragerU as well. And if you don't understand how the grift of PragerU, it's a whole nother conversation. We're gonna jump on this next track, and I'll get back on this rant in just a sec.
Conflicted, misusing your influence. Sometimes I did the same.
If
See you, John. I'm gonna keep ranting here in a little bit.
Swim good, no boat, I float better than he would. No light jacket, I'm not the God of Nazareth, but your flood can be misunderstood. War telling me they full of pain, resentment. Need someone to live in them just to relieve tension. Me, I'm just a tenant. The wall vacant more than a minute.
No disagreement there, Jen.
Exclamation, interior pink, color coordinated. I interrogated every nook and cranny. I mean, it's still amazing. Before they couldn't stand me. These walls wanna cry tears. These walls happier when I'm here. These walls never can hold up. Every time I come around, demolition might.
If these walls could talk, I can feel your rain when it cries. Gold lives inside of you. If these walls could talk, I love it when I'm in it. I love it when I'm in it.
These walls can talk, they tell me to go deep. Yelling at me continuously, I can see your defense mechanism is my decision. Knock these walls down, that's my religion. Wall feeling like they ready to close in. I suffocate, then catch my second wind. I resonate in these walls. I don't know how long I could wait in these walls. I've been on the streets too long. Looking at you from the outside in, they sing the same old song about how they was always the cleanest. I beg to differ, I must have missed them. I'm not involved, I'd rather diss them. I'd rather call on you, put your wall up. Cause when I come around, demolition go.
I can feel your rain when it cries. Gold lives inside of you. I love it when I'm in it. I love it when I'm in it.
My word, I've heard so much nonsense this week.
If your walls can talk, they tell you it's too late.
It just felt like talking against a brick wall. Actually, I guess it's been longer than a week. It's been almost 2 weeks. Skate jam would be awesome there, Conda. Yeah.
That sentence so important.
Walls telling you to listen to sing about me. Retaliation is strong, you even dream about me. Kill my homeboy and God spared your life. Dumb criminal got indicted same night. So when you play the song,
oh yeah, I bet Dom would have some great skate jams. I need to see video of him doing it too.
About me and her in the after hours of the morning. About her baby daddy currently serving life. And how she think about you until we meet up at night. About the only girl cared about you when you asked her. And how she fucking on a famous rapper.
Walls can talk.
I remember you was.
All right, so let's go back to that Colin Powell comment. Coincidentally, today he came out speaking against Trump, flat out condemning him. He did not endorse him back in 2016 either. So as much as we joke about him in the black community as being I know sometimes the word sellout gets thrown out, but if I'm going to do a comparison between him and Candace Owens, if we're being honest, Colin Powell's just conservative. Like, just a whole different conversation than Candace Owens. Like, I gotta call out trash when I see trash, and she's not even in the I see both sides camp. I would almost be able to work with that, and I'm going to rant on that later. But what she's doing does not reflect us, and she doesn't get it. There's a video on my wall from Ryan Davis. He's got a better explanation of that dynamic than what she did. Oh boy. But here we go.
This is for my future baby mama. Hope your skin is black as midnight. I'll take you out there under. I can put you in the bins. I can balance out your chakras. Fornication is a sin. We can fuck our name regardless. Our Father art in heaven. As I pray for new McLarens, pray the police don't come blow me down. Cause of my complexion. Everybody think they know me now. Cause I'm chicken checking Negro. You are not my homie. How dare you think it's different? Boy, you tripping. Gas break and dip. The cash came. I flipped the stack. Yeah, stack that. Past the ceiling. So sacrilegious. Don't ask the chat and don't ask for pictures. Back and tripping.
You didn't see this coming, Jan? Come on now.
Boy, I'm buoyant, we are floating on the peons. Going till they take my bro them out them CDCRs. Prison system broken, racial commotion. Until the president get dashy, Vincent won't be voting. We need to meet position equals in that Oval Office. Obama ain't enough for me, we only getting started. The next Bill Gates can be on Section 8 up in the projects. So till they love my dark skin, bitch, I'm going all in. Gas break and dip, the cash came, I flipped the stack, yeah.
Season, I'll love to look at that when we get. I'll love to look at that when we get done.
They found it. Depth close to 3,230 feet. A deep dive.
Clap your hands if the police have a profile. You ain't gotta worry, don't be scary, cause we own now. Ain't no gentrifying us, we finna buy the hotel. Tell the 1% to suck a dick because we own now. We own now. We own now. Tell the 1% to suck a dick because we own now. Tell the government to suck a dick because we own now. Tell the president to suck a dick because we own now. We own now. We own now. Tell the 1% to suck a dick because we own now. Tell the president to suck a dick because we own now. Tell the government to suck a dick because we own now. 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 We own now.
Also, kind of succinctly wraps up my thoughts on 2020 there. Yeah. All right, both sides. I understand the desire to be peaceful. Like I understand that, but like that only works. Civility only works if progress happens. As soon as progress stops, and then you keep telling us that progress is not or progress doesn't matter anymore. Sorry, civility has to kind of go out the window. But let me know in the comments if y'all have been experiencing this in your conversations. I feel like there's also this piece of people that are using the both sides argument to elevate themselves above the conversation, and I find that to be very disingenuous. You're not like, if that's the way you're approaching the idea of trying to understand both sides, then you're doing it wrong. Because if one side says you should not exist, right, then there's no equating both of those. Like, you can talk about problems the other side has that they need to work on, but that should not come at the expense of all this awfulness happening on the other side. Like, if someone says you should not exist, there's no both sides on that. If you get pissed off that they said that, I understand your anger. There's no both sides in that. Goodness gracious. We're gonna mellow it back out after my little rant there. Yeah. Goodness. I could be on that way. I could be on that one for a while.
Trashman didn't get my trash today. Oh, why? Because they want more pay. Buses on strike, wanna raise and fare.
rock and roll says there's no both sides. You either believe in equal human rights or you're wrong. Basically.
But then what makes the world go round? The ups and downs of carousel, changing people's heads around. Go underground, young man. Make the world go round.
Kyle, that's great. Yeah, Susan, and then they can ignore complexity that the issue requires that people just aren't ready to dive into.
They're blaming it on your hair. Big men smoking in their easy chair, on a fat cigar without a care. But that's what makes the world go round. The ups and downs of carousel, changing people's heads around. Go underground, young man. People make the world go round.
Kinda, I almost would say it like, I'll be damned if you're gonna be the arbiter of my life if you haven't put in it. Like, damn for sure if you don't understand this. And then two, if you ain't putting no work in, you don't get to just jump in and be the arbiter like that. And if you boot me from the conversation, that probably says everything I need to know.
Makes the world go round. The ups and downs of carousel,
Yes, folks, stylistics, people make the world go round.
changing people's heads around. Go underground, young man. People make the world go round. People make the world go round. People make the world go round.
My life in the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine. Folks get down in the sunshine. Sunshine. Yeah. Folks get brown in the sunshine. Just bees and things and flowers. 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 My life, my life, my life, my life in the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine. in the sunshine. Sunshine.
You can agree to disagree on what the best cookout food is. All right, you can have strong feelings on that, but you can't be not when someone's life's on the line.
Feel what I feel when I feel what I feel when I'm feeling in the sunshine. Feel what I feel when I feel what I feel when I'm feeling in the sunshine. Do what I do when I do what I do when I'm doing in the sunshine. Do what I do when I do what I do when I'm doing in the sunshine.
Daydream. I fell asleep beneath the flowers. For a couple of hours. On a beautiful day. Daydream. I dream of you amid the flowers. For a couple of hours. Such a beautiful day.
It's a spy from behind my giant robot's eyes. I keep him happy cause I might fall out if he cries. Scared of heights so I might pass out if he flies. Keep him on.
All right, if you're on the radio listening and you haven't been following the spread on Twitch, it's getting really good.
Sitting on the shoulders, but that's way too high. Let's try not to step on the children. The news cameras filming this walking project building. Now there's hoes selling hoes like right around the toes, and the crackheads beg at about the lower leg. There's crooked police that's stationed at the knees, and they do drive-bys like up and down the thighs. And there's a car chase going on at the waist. Keep a vest on my chest. I'm sitting in my room as I'm looking out the face. Something to write about. I still got some damage from fighting the White House. Just a
daydream. I fell asleep beneath the flowers. For a couple of hours. On a beautiful day.
Well, my bourbon's out. I'm gonna switch to beer. One moment, folks.
Amid the flowers. For a couple of hours. Such a beautiful day.
Now come on everybody, let's make cocaine cool. We need a few more half-naked women up in the pool, and hold this Mac 10 that's all covered in jewels. And can you please put your titties closer to the 22s? And where's the champagne? We need champagne. Now look as hard as you can with this blunt in your hand, and now hold up your chain, slow motion through the flames. Now cue the smoke machines and the simulated rain, but not too loud cause the baby's sleeping. I wonder if it knows what the world is keeping. Up both sleeves while he lay there dreaming. Me and my robot tiptoe round creeping. I had to turn my back on what got you paid. I couldn't see, had the hood on me like Abu Ghraib. But I like to thank the streets that drove me crazy, and all the televisions out there that breaks me. I was daydreaming.
I fell asleep beneath the flowers. For a couple of hours.
What a beautiful day.
Moonshots, spend it on the have-nots. Money, we make it before we see.
Jan, I've been down a crocheted hat rabbit hole already.
Oh, make me wanna holler the way they do my life.
And keep dipping the toe in and coming out.
The way they do my life. This ain't living, this ain't living. No, no, baby, this ain't living. No, 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 no. Inflation, no chance to increase finance. Bills pile up, sky high. Send that boy off to die. Oh, make me wanna holler the way they do my life. Yeah, make me wanna holler the way they do my life. Oh, baby. Setbacks, natural. Fact is, honey, that I can't pay my taxes. Oh, make me wanna holler and throw up both my hands. Yeah, and make me wanna holler and throw up both my hands. Oh, crime is increasing. Trigger happy. Policing, panic is spreading. God knows where we're headed. Oh, baby, and maybe
There's a war going on right now in my neighborhood, but I can't really determine which one's worse. I think the one that we're all fighting is fucked up, and that's the war inside our brains, you know? But I feel bad about all the brothers and sisters getting pulled right out of the neighborhoods, all the cities and small towns in America to go over there and fight for that bullshit that most of them don't really have anything to do with. So I gotta send peace out to them. Also peace out to all my homies in jail. Brothers that are dead and locked up right here on Earth. Talking about the brothers in Soledad, San Quentin, all the way up to
yeah, this is Ice-T.
Tracy, Chino, and all my homeboys out there in the East Coast lockdown facilities. I'm talking about Clinton, Rikers, Joliet. You know, every prison in the whole fucking world, man. That's like, you know, that's all bullshit, you know. They say slavery has been abolished except for the convicted felon. Y'all need to think about that. That lets you know what the fucking Constitution really is about, you know. A lot of my homeboys have been locked down my whole entire career. And that's some bullshit. So for them, from the Rhyme Syndicate and Ice-T, I'd like to send this special shout out. Fuck the police, fuck the FBI, fuck the DEA, fuck the CIA.
We recorded this song on October the 6th. Since then, the war has been declared over. If you're like me, you'll remember it like anybody remembers any war. One big drag. A lot of people write songs about wars and government, very social things. But I think about young guys who were like I was when I was young.
All right, so that was Ice-T. Give me a second to pull. It was at the end of an album on. Give me 1 sec.
Political things or anything. And I think about those kind of young guys now who all of a sudden somebody comes up and they're very law-abiding. So if somebody says go, they don't ask any questions, they just go.
Oh my goodness.
And I can remember not too long ago.
So yeah, OG Original Gangster at the end of that album.
With his right arm gone. Just got back. And I asked him how he was doing. He said he was doing all right now, but he had thought he was gonna die. He said getting shot at didn't bother him. It was getting shot that shook him up. And I tried to put myself in his position. Maybe he cried. Maybe he said, I can't write left-handed. Would you please write a letter to my mother? Tell her to tell her family lawyer. Trying to get a deferment for my younger brother. Tell the Reverend Harris to pray for me, Lord, Lord, Lord.
You know, Erica does require a lot of deprogramming, but the same way they got programmed, you can deprogram.
Get much older.
Again, we got to remember those monuments are not that new.
Strange little man over here in Vietnam, I ain't never seen. Bless his heart, I ain't never done nothing to. He done shot me in my shoulder. Boot camp, we had classes. You know, we talked about fighting every day. And looking through rosy-colored glasses. I must admit it seemed exciting.
Not seeing color is also extremely invalidating to someone's life experience. So if that's one of your retorts or your comebacks, you need to sit yourself down and rethink it.
Overlooked to tell me, Lord. Bullets look better, I must say. at you. But going out the other way. And please call up the Reverend, call up the Reverend Harris. And tell him to ask the Lord to do some good things for me, Lord. Oh. Tell him I ain't gonna live, I ain't gonna live, I ain't gonna live to get much older. Oh, Lord. Strange little man over here in Vietnam, I ain't never seen. Bless his heart, ain't never done nothing to. He done shot me in my shoulder.
All my niggas in the whole wide world. All my niggas in the whole wide world made the song and make it all yours. Time for us. This shit is for us. All my niggas let the whole world know. Play the song and sing it on your terms for us.
Damn,
this shit is for us.
Man, that is on the nose. Love it.
All my niggas got the whole wide world. Tell the niggas that it's all our turn. This us. Some shit is us. Some shit is for us. When you know you gotta pay the cost, play the game just to play the boss. So you're thinking what you gain, you lost. But you know your shit is taken off. When you're driving in your tinted car and you're criminal just who you are, but you know you're gonna make it fine. Oh, when you're feeling all alone and you can't even be you up in your home, when you even feeling it from you, when you gotta figure it out, when a nigga tryna board the plane and they ask you what's your name.
I haven't commented about the dance scene much in this yet.
All the same. Oh, it's for us.
I'm very encouraged by what I've been seeing, though.
All my niggas in the whole wide world made the song and make it all yours. Time for us. This shit is for
I do need to add one caveat to it.
us. This shit is for us. When it's going on 1,000 years and you're pulling up to your crib and they ask you where you live again, but you're running out of time.
That caveat being,
Oh, I hope my son will bang the song so loud that he almost makes his walls fall down, 'cause his mama wants to make him proud.
if you haven't been doing the work, don't be trying to act like the leader now. You need to slow down a little bit.
The whole wide world made the song to make it all yours. Turn for us. This shit is for us. Sometimes
I know you're excited. I know you're excited. But like Shelby Johnson posted on his, yeah, Shelby, I'm calling you out. He made a very succinct point that you are not going to catch up to where we've been at or what we've been working on in a couple hours.
Addiction, disobey the law.
So put the work in, do what you need to do. But maybe you need to let some other folks take the lead on this.
All my niggas in the whole wide world made this song to make it all y'all's turn for us. This shit is from us.
Oh shit, Jen, Black Homeschool.
Then forget us. Don't feel bad if you can't sing along. Just be glad you got the whole wide world. It's us. This shit is from us. Some shit you can't touch.
Let's see. If y'all don't know, Black homeschooling is when your parents understand that the information being presented in school is never going to be enough for what you need to know as a black kid, and especially as a black kid growing up in the suburbs. So they supplement you with a lot. So you tend to be the most educated on racial dynamics from the early slave trade until right now. There's only a couple of artists, there's only a couple of writers I wasn't allowed to read when I was growing up. That was I couldn't read James Baldwin until I got to like high school, college. Malcolm X was always on the fence. My parents eventually lamented on that. And any kind of like fictional authors, they kind of like bounce back and forth. They were okay. But yeah, I learned more about my own race in the books my parents gave me than when I did in actual school.
It's funny how money changes situation. Miscommunication lead to complication. My emancipation don't fit your equation. I was on the humble, you on every station. Someone play young Lauren like she done, but remember not to game new under the sun. Everything you did has already been done. I know all the tricks from bricks to Kingston. My ting done, Major Kingdom, one wrong. Now understand L Boogie, not violent, but if a thing test me, run for me gun. Can't take a threat to me newborn son. L been this way since creation. A groupie call you far from temptation. Now you on ball over separation. Tarnish my image in the conversation. Who you gon' scrimmage like you the champion? You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. Now, how come your talk turn cold? Gain the whole world for the price of your soul. Trying to grab hold of what you can't control. Now you all lost with a sight to behold. Wisdom is better.
Let's see. I could not read James Baldwin because of my parents. It wasn't because of school. It's just because of my parents.
To get down on his knees and repent.
Maybe they had a sneaking suspicion he was going to turn me into a gay and atheist. The atheist part came true. They were definitely worried.
Always want to take it to the full out extent. Always want to make it seem like good intent. Never want to face it when it's time for punishment. I know you don't want to hear my opinion. How many paths and you must choose one. And if you don't change, then the rain soon comes. So you might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost.
I mean, you got to remember, my parents were black Baptist Christians in Tennessee, which is like the buckle of the freaking Bible Belt. So any black education came through that prism. Which doesn't mean that it was bad, but it's just a different, it's a different flavor, or there's things that are going to be omitted.
Universal law, what you throw out, come back to you stall. Never underestimate those who you scar, cause come back to you hard. You can't hold God, people back that long. The chain of shaitan wasn't made that strong. Trying to pretend like your word is your bond, but until you do right, all you do will go wrong. Now some might mistake this for just a simple song, and some don't know.
Malcolm X was contentious. I didn't say he was banned. He was contentious. It was a struggle to read Malcolm X because they weren't as excited about me reading that.
If you look closely, you'll see what you become. Cause you might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some. just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one.
But you really lost one. You just lost one. It's so silly. How come when it's all done, did you really gain from what you done? It's so silly. How come you might win some, but you really lost one. You just lost one. It's so silly. How come when it's all done, did you really gain from what you done? It's so silly. How come you just lost one? You just lost one. 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 What a bomb bomb.
See, I'm riding high. Whoa. Kinda broke the scene, y'all, so all I got is fire. I got fire.
Player, give me some brew and I might just chill. But I'm the type that like to light another joint like Cypress Hill. I still do be spit loogies when I puff on it. I got some bucks on it, but it ain't enough on it. Go get the S, the T-I-D-E-S. Nevertheless, I'm hella fresh, rolling joints like a cigarette. So fast across the table like ping pong. I'm gone, beating my chest like King Kong. It's on, wrap my lips around the bogey. And when it comes to getting another stogie, fools all kick in like Shinobi. Homie ain't my homie to begin with. It's too many hands to beat. Probably let my friend hit bit. Unless you pull out the fat crispy $5 bill.
Connor's got a good point, though. Although, Connor, I'm going to be honest, though. I'd rather they be misled under Sean King than listen to Candace Owens. Like, if they're listening to Sean King, I can at least have a conversation and hopefully divert them. If they're on to Candace Owens, like cocaine snort or grifting, I don't know how I'm going to help them.
I got more growing pains than Maggie. Cause homies snagged me to take the dank out of the bag.
And for our radio listeners, I know we've been jumping all around on different topics, but I'm going to try to clean that up here in a little bit. Jesse, it's a little bit of unwinding, it's a little bit of venting, and then there's been a bunch of stuff I've had to tackle this week. So part of it's me correcting some nonsense that went on this week. I still got a few to go through, but
What's up, don't babysit that? Better pass the joint. Stop hitting cause you know you got asthma. Crack the 40 open, homie, and guzzle it. Cause I know the weed in my system is getting lonely. I gotta take a whiz test to my P.O. I know I feel cause I done smoked major weed, bro. And every time we with Chris, that fool rolling up a fatty. But the Tangeray straight had me.
Let's get keyed. I got 5 on it. Messing with that in the weed. I got 5 on it. It's got me stuck and I'm so bad. I got 5 on it. Come now, let's go hop on a side.
Hey, make this right, man. Stop at the light, man. My yesterday thing got me hung off the night train. You fade, I fake, so let's head to the east. Hit the stroll to 9-0 so we can roll big hot sheets. I wish I could fade the 8, but I'm no budget. Still rolling the 2 though, cut the same old bucket. Foggy window, soggy endo. I'm in the land getting smoke with my kid. Up in smoke, yuck, I spray you, lay it down. Up in the OAK, the town. Homies don't play around, we down to blaze a pound. Then ease up, speed up through the ESO. Drink the VSOP up, put the lemon squeeze up. And everybody's roller, I'm the roller.
yeah, I think he's set for life. I don't know if we got to give Sean King any more money.
Suck up my weed, is all you need, kicking feet. Cause we're IBs, we need tap like the foo-foo.
Let's get keyed. I got 5 on it. Messing with that in the weed. I got 5
All right, let's talk about black on black crime. No, that has been thrown in my face so much this week, and I was thinking about what to talk about this week. As I was like, I just want to play some music and unwind a little bit, but I also wanted to kind of cover some problems. And I was like, I'll be here all day on each individual one. And since y'all been giving me the idea that maybe I should do this recurring, did you want us dropping links in the Facebook page? Yes. So definitely be dropping links in the Facebook page. If you have tools for your allies that they should be reading, definitely put that in the Facebook event. You can put it here in the Twitch stream. You can put it on my page. That is totally fine. And if there's something I disagree with a particular link, I'll jump in and add my 2 cents. But I trust most of the folks that are on this, or I don't, just because I don't know everyone on the stream because everyone's got different names. But all right, if your friends say, what about black on black crime? That is the biggest dodge in the entire world, point blank, full stop. Okay, you should. It's borderline, or so no. It is basically whataboutism, right? It's what about this? Like, okay, if you make some adjustments based on income and different things like that, or let's just stick with income. It's like most. See, what about white on white crime? That should be. If we keep going on that, what about, you'll never get to the actual point. So you need to, if someone brings it up to you, you need to keep that on conversation. That's effectively what Candace Owens is doing in her George Floyd video. Aside from the character attack that she says she's not doing, which is a load of bullshit. Because that is what she's doing. She's like, with all respect to George Floyd, I'm not trying to do a character assassination. And then she proceeds to do a character assassination. And then she dives into these black on black crime stats, effectively. All right. You've seen the Black Lives house analogy of the house that's on fire. It's effectively the same thing. All lives matter. Black on black crime is the same thing. It's, you need to clean this thing up, or no, actually, this is okay. All bones are important, or all the fires on the house are important before we go deal with your thing. And literally, if you see this Michael Che sketch, where he's talking about Black Lives Matter, the same thing. It's like, we didn't even say important, awesome, amazing. We just said matter. We didn't say we were better at basketball, made more money. We just said matter. And people flipped their shit. Like, people flipped their shit when Childish Gambino was potentially going to be Spider-Man. Like, it's insane. Man, that was going to be a good transition between songs, but I need to get that out there. I keep getting that comment every single video that I share, and it's, as far as on my shit list, it's right up there with the both sides, Candace Owens videos, All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, like all in that same category. All right, let's keep going. Oh man.
Been spending most their lives living in a pastime paradise. Been spending most their lives living in a pastime paradise. Been wasting most their time glorifying days long gone behind. Been wasting most their days in remembrance of ignorance, so dispraise. Tell me who of them will come to be? How many of them are you and me? Dissipation, gracefulation, consolation, segregation, dispensation, isolation, exploitation, mutilation, mutation,
His creation, confirmation to the evils of the world. And spending most of their lives living in a future paradise. And spending most of their lives living in a future paradise. They've been looking in their minds for the day that sorrow's lost from time. They keep telling of the day when the Savior of love will come to stay. Tell me who of them will come to be? How many of them are you and me? Proclamation of race relations, consolation is integration, verification of revelation, acclamation, world salvation, vibration, simulation, confirmation to peace of the world. And spending most of their lives living in a pastime paradise. And
I also got some comments if people say systemic racism isn't true.
they've been spending most of their lives living in a future.
I spent this morning debating a Charlie Kirk video that was debating that systemic racism video I posted on my page.
Much of our lives living in a pastime paradise. Let's start living our life, living for the future paradise. Hey, to our lives, living for the future.
This one is not a protest. This next one's not a protest song, but it's definitely a black anthem song. And if you're a black drum major, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This song's like required learning for most HCBUs.
I found that love provides the key, unlocks the heart and souls of you and me. Love will learn to sing your song, yeah. Oh yeah, love is written in the storm. Every man I meet, walking time.
Paul, do you remember the debate range at all? For those listening at home on the radio, they were talking on a Twitch stream about Confederate monument dates. Again, those are not as old as you think.
Bringing questions of their own, yeah. Truth is written in the stone.
Bingo, Kyle. Bingo. Of course, there was also another uptick during the civil rights movement as well. So there's like a Reconstruction time period, a post-Reconstruction time period, and then there's a civil rights movement time period as well. ain't no damn coincidence. All right, I want to do a few announcements, super quick. Wait, what? KKK was censored. All right, let me actually, Steven, if you'll shoot me a note after the show, then I'll see what I can do on that. I want to make sure it's not a mod thing, because I'm not actively modding the show. So a couple people have asked me to do this. I'm seeing messages that I can't respond to right now. Some people have asked me if I'm going to do this on a regular basis. And so let me rewind a little bit. So this week, we were supposed to launch a radio station as a joint effort between myself, Dan Repsch, Ujima Blues Foundation, to allow swing and blues DJs an opportunity to play different, have a platform to play their music, to create different DJ shows. We decided to hold off with everything going on. I took a break from Nerd Union. I didn't write anything, didn't do my Battlestar rewatch this week, just to pause from that. So if you like this format, I probably can't do 3 hours every single week. Maybe shorten it down or something. But definitely like to put that out into the ether. So if you like it, that's cool. We might add that to the station that Dan Repsch is running for us. Even though I need to update the links and stuff on the Twitch right now, I should still have my PayPal ways to follow me. So you don't have to send me money or anything, but always a share would always be appreciated. That's always nice and awesome. And with the upcoming radio station, we'll have more permanent details where you can follow people. I'm also excited because with that station, it means it's easier to broadcast music on Twitch. So if you want to just watch the video, or if you just want to watch the radio station, you can do that. And we got licensing covered. They could still take the stream down because algorithms being stupid, but at least we'd have a recourse to back that up. Let's see. I'm gonna get into a little bit of Black Cookout feel, and just kind of play with that a little bit. Just play some fun tunes for myself for a little bit. I might dive back into some other tunes. My playlist I ended up building for this was almost 12 hours. It got really long, and I was like, "There's no way I'm playing all that in 3 hours." Obviously, just from a math standpoint, definitely I could save some of them. So let's have some fun for the last little bit of the show. And again, share those follows, share those links for my pages. Let's see. What was the last thing I want to say? Oh, Juneteenth, June 19th to the 21st. I've lined up some blues, swing, kizomba, different hip-hop, soul, and R&B artists. I'm about to start dropping DJ bios, so I will post that event details in this thread as well, or if you want to check out my Facebook page. So there's going to be some DJs you're familiar with, some that you're not. They're going to be taking different slots, playing on our radio station, playing on this Twitch stream, and just being a black celebration. So it's all going to be all black DJs, right? And it's not a knock on some of my other friends that are some amazing DJs, but that's how I wanted to make this roll for that weekend. So that'll start off on the 19th and go all weekend. Majority of it will be at night, so it'll be mostly nighttime dances or music per se for you to listen into. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to DJ for it. I'm excited for the folks who lined up. Look for those announcements this week. And let's start with this. Let's go into this next song. Like I said, Maze and Frankie Beverly, definitely like Black Anthem at cookouts.
Happy feelings in the air, touching people everywhere, and they love and everything. Listen to the people sing. I've got myself to remind me of love. My mind and my heart, I believe in love. And these happy feelings, feel that happy feeling, I'll spread them all over the world. From deep in my soul, I wish you happy feelings. What I mean, happy feelings. Happy feelings. Happy feelings. I've seen the light, watched it shine down on me. I'm gonna spread my wings, yeah, and I'm gonna tell all I see. These happy feelings, feel that happy feeling, I'll spread them all over the world. From deep in my soul.
You're asking, why does the KKK even allowed to have an account? Why does Richard Spencer still allowed to have an account on Twitter? Poster child for the alt-right white supremacist movement, but he still gets to have a Twitter account, because that makes sense.
Spread it all over. Spread it all
Conda, don't you know cookout songs are just it's just preamble for later that night, okay? They're playing music to get themselves in the mood for later that night. They get you to play with your cousins and wear yourselves out so you go to sleep, and then
I've got myself.
or if your mom and dad were ever excited that you wanted to spend the night over at your cousin's house, that was why.
I've got my mind and my heart, yeah. And I believe in above and happy feeling. Ooh, that happy feeling. I'll spread them all over the world.
See, Francesca knows what's up. You know what's up.
Yeah, that happy feeling. I'll spread them all over the world. These happy feelings. That happy feeling. I'll spread.
Children weren't allowed during this part of the cookout. That's what's up. All right, John, you have a good night. You have a good day at work.
Sometimes we're not prepared for adversity. When it happens, sometimes we're caught short. We don't know exactly how to handle it when it comes up. Sometimes we don't know just what to do when adversity takes over. And I have advice for all of us. I got it from our pianist, Joe Zawinul, who wrote this tune. And it sounds like what you're supposed to say when you have that kind of problem. It's called mercy, mercy, mercy.
Conda Faye, I can't be playing some Drew Hill right now. That's dangerous. For a song that's just an instrumental, it's extremely powerful.
Is some advice to give. A sacrifice is what I make for the wife and kids. They say life's a bitch, but it's one life to live. I want my baby where that cake and the icing is.
Yeah, it is stank face time.
They see what we do and grow up in our likenesses. Really, I don't want to see him having a fight for this. Story of the family biz, I'ma rewrite the script. Daughter of a hip hopper, hustler.
On that past song, there's so many jazz musicians back in Nashville that was like their closing song, the way they wanted to end the night, and small, intimate group sets.
Not a man watcher, that's where your man got you. It's a big world out here. I'm trying to make a black diamond or a pearl out here and hit the people to the way the world twirl out here. And when I thank heaven for my little girl,
please let it be a hustler, baby be a hustler. Hope my baby girl grows up to be a hustler. Let her be a hustler, baby be a hustler. If not, then you're only your customer. Please let it be a hustler, baby be a hustler. Hope my baby boy grows up to be a hustler. Let him be a hustler, baby be a hustler. If not, then you're only your customer. Sugar Slam, I'm slicker than a squid. Nigga, no kids, no baby mama. Sugar free from the drama. Sugar be where you wanna, no sweat like a sauna, no judge. Your honor can't tell me how to raise mine. Figure that in due time. If and when I do find true love, booed up, maybe you can blue line. Boo, I'm caught up in the moment for the meantime. G, I'm all about the green like 3 pines. See, I'm trying to get the scratch like a feline. Hoping that my seeds don't know the struggle like me. I'm hustling to make a buck.
Sure, you're not surprised that it's the Roots there, right? I've been playing the Roots a lot tonight.
Get the money, that's what I know. I'm hoping that my seeds know a little more than I know. I know, but baby, this what I know. If we ever settle down, well, baby, this what I hope. Please let it be a hustler, baby, be a hustler. Hope my baby girl grows up to be a hustler. Let her be a hustler, baby, be a hustler. If not, then you only your customer. Please let it be a hustler, baby be a hustler. Hope my baby boy grows up to be a hustler. Let him be a hustler, baby be a hustler. If not, then you're only your customer.
I done already said I would wear the bucket hat if you sent it to me.
You make me happy. This you can bear. You split right beside me. Yeah. And I won't forget. And I really love you. You should know. I wanna make sure I'm right.
know I thank God sun rises and shines on you.
I'm not wearing no damn onesie. It ain't gonna happen.
There's nothing I would not do.
No regrets, Kyle. Stay up.
Before I let you go. Coachella, boots with the ghost feathers. I brought the squad with me, black on black bandanas. I do say it's champagne. I did the damn thing. Dirty Diana, singing and dancing all in the rain. Ooh, I just wanna have a good time. Turn around, take it inside, and twirl that ass to the right now. Drop, pop, cross your legs, turn around and clap. Shuffle to the left, let's glide now. Ooh, drop it down low, 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 low to the floor. Bring it up, tap then roll, roll. Step on them, step on them, step on them, step on them, kick on them, something you step. Swag the right, serve the left, work the middle till it hurt a little.
All right, good night, Kyle. Okay, I'm gonna do like one or two more because we're at the 3-hour mark, and I can't stay out forever. This next one is unfortunately one that's been made into a very corny. The song is not corny, but it's been used in a very corny ways. So I send this to all my brothers and sisters that need a rest. If you've been arguing a lot these past 2 weeks, you need me to step in, or you need some help. This is definitely for my Black and POC folks that have been. You probably were tired before these last 2 weeks. Let's just be completely honest. This next one is for you. Again, this song I would maintain, and I will argue too for now. The song is not corny. We use it as the Kumbaya race song, and it actually that pisses me off because that's not the case. Like if you listen to this song and then you are inactive, then you missed the point. You missed the point. All right, here we go. Late great Bill Withers getting a lot of love tonight, as he should.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me.
Since I got a lot of free time right now, to my black folks, if you need someone to jump in on a convo, you let me know. All right? Don't be in that conversation by yourself getting overwhelmed, all right?
Won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me. Call me if you need a friend. Call me if you need a friend. If you ever need a friend, call me. Call me. Call me.
Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Ain't no love and it's shown up for pity. Ain't no love 'cause you ain't around. When you were mine, oh, I was feeling so good, 'cause your love lit up this whole neighborhood. But now that you're gone, you know the sun don't shine from the city hall to the county line. And that's why I said ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Ain't no love, and it sure is a pity. Ain't no love, 'cause you ain't around. Every place that I go, oh, it seems so strange. Without you there, things have changed. When nighttime comes, there's a blanket of gloom. Another teardrop falls in my lonely room. I say there ain't no love in the heart of the city. There ain't no love in the heart of town. There ain't no love, and ain't it a pity? Ain't no love, 'cause you ain't around, Lord. And now that you're gone, oh, the sun don't shine from the city hall to the county line. I say there ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Ain't no love, it sure is a pity. Ain't no love, 'cause you ain't around. 'Cause you ain't
right, folks. I'm gonna do one more song. I'm gonna go back to the well again, back to the Wake Up album, the title track off of that album. Before I say that, thank you all for joining me tonight. Hope you were able to release. If you need to shout out a little bit, hope you're able to do that. If you're interested in doing this more, this is me getting 3 hours of frustration out. But if you want to see it more regularly, let me know, and I'll see what I can do. So I'm going to play one more. Definitely some of the topics I ranted on tonight could have gone into, we could do one show just on Candace Owens. We could do one just on black crime. How statistics, no, I'm not even gonna use that phrase with it, because that's not really what's going on. It'd be misleading to even say that people are interpreting data incorrectly. It's a dog whistle if we ever saw one. Something I've been interested in, something I've been talking to a couple of friends in the dance and the black communities, particularly dance communities, about what would be useful. If I need to direct you to resources on how to counter some of those arguments, I would definitely help you out with that, because I understand if that gets thrown at you. Or the other ways is that, so if I took black on black crime again, sometimes that is, it's insidiously thrown in, and I don't mean in any kind of nefarious way. I mean that it's interwoven into their conversation that you may not even realize that that's what they're doing. You know, if someone just flat out says, "But what about black on black crime?" then they said it. You can hit the hammer on the nail. But if someone is using information or tactics that are in that same vein, but they haven't said the same words, I'd be interested in helping you tackle that. Dan Rep should talk to me about potentially doing something like on a regular basis, so we shall see. I gotta see what energy I have for it. I'll definitely probably do this again during the Juneteenth celebration, so probably sometime during that weekend of all the music we're gonna play, I'll probably do some kind of set that's specifically targeted at calling some shit out. But there is, even with everything I said tonight, and I didn't get to deep dive into those things, there's still plenty that we didn't get to talk about tonight. So I'll be thinking about it. But let me know in the comments. You can let me know here on Twitch. You can let me know on Facebook. You can DM me. That's fine. I'll try to put the set list out for this tonight. Again, all this was not protest music, as far as like in the strictest definition of it, but a lot of it's interrelated. Some of the issues that were still being brought up in the 60s carried on to the 80s, 90s, and then I played some modern examples that were talking about the exact same things, especially some of those Kendrick Lamar and Childish Gambino's tracks. It's like wasn't much different. We'll go into this next one. If there's something I could leave you with, have hope. Representative John Lewis came to Nashville. Was it 3 or 4 years ago? It definitely had to be before I left Nashville. And he said, "Don't get it twisted. Things are better than they were before." And as much as we can keep harping back to the past of how many things are still the same, that statement has always stuck with me, because he always he goes on to pontificate on that. And he's like, "Y'all, we went through some stuff that it's like, you've seen the photos. Like, I know sometimes I share the peaceful ones, but it's like, but you've seen the photos when we did the Freedom Riders through the South, and the things we went through, different counters, different restaurants to try to test these laws to see if they were actually, see if these civil rights laws were actually going to be enforced, so that we could report back and say that they were or were not." He's like, compared to that, it's like, you have the opportunity to be able to walk into a restaurant most of the time, be completely fine. And there's obviously still, if we wouldn't be having this conversation tonight if it wasn't by, you mean literal comic book hero. Yes, Zach Brass, I do mean that, John Lewis. It's like, no, everything's not perfect, but that doesn't mean that you stop fighting for moving forward, right? I think that's a thing that, like, just because it's not the same intensity, and for some people it is the same intensity, right? And that's the thing that needs to be noted as well. And what we're in right now, for some folks and from some communities and where you're at, it hasn't felt like any kind of change. It's a different coat of paint, right? That's the thing to be very aware of. So I am a black kid that grew up in the suburbs between two sets of families that were country raised and city raised. So I've gotten to see everything, but I didn't necessarily have to grow up in everything. So my experience is very different. But if someone tells you there's, their families and their grandmothers and grandfathers' experience almost does not change, you need to listen to them, right? They're probably not exaggerating. Goodness, I was gonna have to resist the urge to go into another Candace Owens rant. Sorry, that one's just really been irking me this week. We'll save that for next week. If we do this again, that'll probably be the next. I'll dive into that toxicity. All right, but this last one, it's "Wake Up Everybody," classic Marvin Gaye tune. Then we get some Kanye West jumping in, or it's not Kanye West. Sorry, got my Chicago folks mixed up. Common jumping in on this one, and this is what I want to leave you with. I could play. You really should go check this album out. I could play it for a long time, but I hope you enjoy. And this will be the one we close out the night too. Yes, thank you, Sarah. I almost forgot.
Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking, time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There is so much hatred, war and poverty.
All the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say. 'Cause they're the ones who's coming up and the world is in their hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. Oh yeah, the world won't get no better
if we just let it be.
Oh no,
the world won't get no better. We gotta change again, just you and me. Wake up all the doctors, make the old people well. They're the ones who suffer and who catch all the hail. They don't have so very long before their judgment day. So won't you make them happy before they pass away? Oh yeah.
wake up all the builders, time to build a new land. I know we can do it if we all lend a hand. The only thing we have to do is put it in our minds. Surely things will work out, 'cause they do every time.
Yeah, the world won't get no better if we just let it be. Oh, the world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah, just you and me. Yeah.
It's the God hour, the morning I wake up just for the breath of life. I thank my maker. My mom say I come from hustlers and shakers. My mind building on skyscrapers and acres. He said take us back to where we belong. I try to write a song as sweet as the Psalms. Though I'm the type to bear arms and wear my heart on my sleeve. Even when I fell in God, I believe. Read the days and weave through the maze. And the seasons so amazing. Feed them and raise them. Seasons are aging. Earthquakes, wars and rumors. I want us to get by, but we more than consumers. We more than shooters, more than looters. Created in this image so God lived through us. And even in this generation, living through computers, only love can reboot us. Come on.
Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. Oh, wake up, everybody, yeah. Cause I need a little help. Can't do it alone. Oh, I need a little help. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I need a little help, y'all. Can't do it alone. Oh, I need a little help, y'all. Can't do it alone. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody. Wake up, everybody.
All right, folks, that's our last one. Because again, I said it's about 12 hours of what I put together just today, or from last night to today. So I could have been there for a while. But again, it sounds like folks are liking this, so we'll see if we do just again, probably not another free hour. Maybe it'd be like 1 hour every regular, because I'd like to get some more shows and things on that station that me and Dan Rapture worked together to put on. He's quite clever in his name, Juke and Jazz. But other things can be on there, so it doesn't have to just be blues and jazz. It can be other tunes. And the topics I brought up tonight, that was just like mini rants on them. We could go into those. If there's anything I can help equip you as far as tool wise on how to combat some of those ideas, I would definitely love to help you. What is the other something I should say about what I've done tonight and what I've been doing online? That is energy I personally, that Kenneth Ship is willing to expend at this time and place. It does not mean that every black person that you are friends with is willing to do that type of energy or work. So do not walk into those conversations assuming they're going to talk the same way or have the amount of energy that I do. All right, and if I choose to just stop and take a break, that is why I would argue that I'm entitled to that, being able to step away. The same thing as like your black counterparts are. So please don't assume that the amount of work I'm doing here translates to other folks. Like that is them giving you whatever they can. Do not expect the amount of energy or work that they give you. If they choose to break something down for you, great. But there are plenty of resources that are out there. All right. If we tell you to go do, and especially, I think most of the people that are listening to this thread right now probably understand what we mean when we say go do the research. And I think that term is getting loaded over time. We're not talking about running a study. We're not talking about even gathering data per se. Reading is kind of the big one there. When we say you have not done the research, the first part that probably means is that you have not read. I'm not necessarily directing that to people that are in this thread, but be very clear about what you mean when you say you need to go do the research. And if your friends are in your threads and just wasting time, and if you need to shut them down, and I would argue don't necessarily just defriend them if you can avoid it. If they're trolls and they're just causing antagonizing stuff and you just can't get them to back down, totally understand. I'm not trying to police how you friend and operate your Facebooks and things like that. But you have access to people that I don't have access to. Like there's a lot of people I've kept on my page intentionally to hopefully they'll see the things that I do, but it's just going to be people I don't have access to. So wherever possible, if you can leave them on your friends list so they can see stuff, that's great. But if they get belligerent, totally understand why you need to separate ties to them. And it's going to be work coming up. Like I don't want to say the protesting was the easy piece, even as it starts to wind down. And we just saw today that based on a veto proof majority with the Minneapolis State Council, they're going to end up defunding and breaking down their police department to rebuild it, restructure it from the ground up. It's like now the actual hard piece comes from, and I'm not saying that the previous part wasn't hard, but the next piece is the actual work, because the first part was frustration and like this will not happen again. Like I need people to understand, like that's what this first part was it's frustration and this will not happen again, because believe you me, I don't think you want to see what happens if people try to just go back to lazy and or like we talked about both sides a ton this tonight. If you try to like play both sides on this right now, like if you're like, oh, it's okay, we don't have to, no. if this didn't wake your eyes up to that and you try to pull that is not going to work. End of story. Like that is not going to work. Are there some mitigating factors as far as like people being out of work and different things that help to fuel this, as far as like a perfect storm? Sure. Like I think it'd be dumb to say that didn't happen. Like but are you kidding me? You're gonna try to do the same stuff? You're gonna try to give the same platitudes or like dismiss it after everything that's happened the past 2 weeks? No. So the actual work is coming right now. It's not saying that this wasn't work before, but it is like the shit has hit the proverbial fan, and now work's got to be done. All right, we're doing work here in St. Louis. I know people are gonna be doing work in Minneapolis. Hopefully, every city across the U.S. is doing that work, and it's gonna be exhausting. And if you're exhausted now, you need to get some caffeine, get some sleep, and get ready to hunker down, because your black friends have been exhausted for decades. Okay, so if you're exhausted from 2 weeks, welcome to the exhaustion pit. Okay. I'm not trying to pick on you or anything, but that's what it is. That's what we've been going through. I think that's all I've got tonight, though. I'll say it again. If you liked what was happening here, I am interested in potentially doing it again. Just let me know. Either here on the Twitch stream or DM or so on and so forth. Because there's a lot of things that are frustrating me as far as like how they're talked about. If anything I can do to explain and or knock those down, and if you have friends you think need to hear this, if you think you have friends that need to hear this, like, so I'm probably preaching to the choir mostly tonight, but if you have people that you think need to hear this, don't be afraid to share this out to them. I know that can kind of be a scary message to send out, but they're probably the ones that need to be here the most listening to this. So yeah, I'll let you know what we end up deciding. I'll talk to Dan, see when we end up setting that station up, and so on and so forth. If this is going to be a regular occurrence. Thank you all for your support tonight and everything you've done in the past, tonight, and what I think you'll do what I believe you'll do into the future. Yeah, we already talked. Yeah, we talked about Juneteenth. We talked about that celebration. Check out that event on my page. But yeah, until then, I'll see y'all later. All right, and I'll try to go back through the comments and respond as much as I can on Twitch. I think I kept up with everything as much as I could on the stream as it was live. And if you listen on the radio, I definitely apologize. Like, I tried to repeat what was being said on Twitch as it was happening, but as you're trying to actively DJ and so on and so forth, it can be a little bit difficult. So, yeah. All right, peace. Wait, who's your daughter? Triple X, peace, Triple X. Who's your... Alright. I'm glad y'all were able to stop by for a little bit. Alright, Nova. Thank you for enjoying the stream. I hope you had a good night. Hope I said it right too. It's only so much I can pick up from text. All right, Mel, I see you. She is. Hey, you gotta raise him up young, though. You gotta raise him up young. That's right. Yeah. Next time, I didn't get to check names this entire stream as well, because everyone's got different aliases and stuff on here. But yeah, I'll let y'all know when the next one happens. All right. Signing off, y'all.